All right, let's dive into some of the hidden teamwork that's happening inside our own language. You ever notice how some letters just seem to refuse to work alone? Well, it turns out they team up to create sounds that no single letter could ever make on its own. We're going to find out why.
I love this way of thinking about it. If language really is a symphony, then every letter is like an instrument. But here's the thing, not every instrument is meant to play a solo. Sometimes to create just the right note, they have to play together, in harmony.
And that is the big question, isn't it? We've all been tripped up by English spelling. I mean, why does a P next to an H all of a sudden sound like an F? Well, it's not random. It's not chaos. It's actually a really cool collaboration.
And that's the core idea for today. Think of these letters as literally joining hands, creating a partnership with one single shared goal to make a brand new sound. They're kind of like the special ops teams of the alphabet.
So, let's give these teams their proper names, shall we? We're about to meet the two main types of these letter partnerships. They're called digraphs and trigraphs. First up is the digraph, and the rule here is super simple. Two letters come together, but they only make one single sound. It's a perfect two-for-one deal.
And once you start looking, you see these guys everywhere. You've got ch and chair, sh and ship, w and whale. And here's a cool detail. Notice the. It can actually make two slightly different sounds. You've got that soft, airy sound in thin, and then that buzzy, vibrating sound in this. Go ahead, try it. And of course, there's the classic PH, making that F sound in phone.
Okay, so let's take it up a notch. If a digraph is a team of two, you can probably guess what a trigraph is. Yep, it's a team of three. That's three letters all working together to produce just one sound.
Check out these classic examples. You hear that ch sound in match, but look, it's spelled with TCH. The letters I-G-H team up to give us that long I sound in light, and D-G-E creates the J sound in bridge. Three letters, one mission, one sound. So, the big takeaway here isn't just about memorizing some weird spelling rules. The really crucial point is that language itself is built on this idea of cooperation. Sometimes individual letters just have to team up to get the message across clearly. Now that we know what digraphs are, we can actually break them down a little bit further. Turns out they come in two main flavors. You've got teams of consonants and you've got teams of vowels.
It's a pretty simple split. On one side, we have our consonant digraphs, teams like ch and sh that we've already met. And on the other side, we have vowel digraphs, sometimes called vowel teams. Think about AI in rain or EE in sea. Two vowels go in, but only one sound comes out.
This just nails it, doesn't it? It's exactly like being on a sports team. You don't play for your own personal stats. You play for the team's goal. And for these letters, that goal is always a clear, unified sound.
Okay, so how can we make sense of all this in a really practical way? Well, there's a simple but really powerful philosophy we can use to get our heads around this complex idea.
And here it is. It's called the Sound Alliance Rule. The idea is just beautiful. When letters form an alliance, the sound they create becomes stronger, clearer, the meaning gets amplified. It's such a great way to think about spelling.
This rule is actually taught in three really simple steps. First, you see the team. You see the S and the H right next to each other. Then you hear the sound, sh. And finally, and this part is key, you feel the difference. Try saying ship and then say sip. You can physically feel your mouth change shape to make that shit sound versus the S sound.
And what's really cool is that even the more complex trigraphs follow a certain logic. For instance, TSH in match and DGE in bridge almost always show up right after a short vowel. And other teams have these neat little patterns too. The IGH trigraph is sometimes called the sky team because all the letters are tall. What a great way to remember it. It just goes to show you there's a system here, not just a bunch of random rules.
So let's zoom out. Why is understanding all this letter teamwork so important anyway? Well, because it starts to reveal the incredible underlying harmony of our language.
You know, when we start to see these patterns, we're doing so much more than just learning how to read. We're actually tapping into the deep, intelligent structure of the language itself. We're learning the code behind the words.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? All those strange spellings and letter combinations that might seem weird at first, they're actually what allow our language to be so rich and expressive and, well,
Beautiful. So, if there's one big thing to take away from all this, it's this. English is a story of collaboration. It's a living, breathing language where over hundreds of years, individual letters have literally learned how to team up and speak as one.
And that leaves us with a final thought, a kind of fun challenge. Now that you know about digraphs and trigraphs, what other hidden letter teams are you going to start noticing in the words you see and use every single day?